Hello and welcome to Green TV, Pat Foundation. I'm Gail Acaster and I'm joined today by Dr. Andrew Steele for a weekly update. So, hello Andy, how are you?
I'm all right, Gail. Been busy, as always.
Yeah, you have. So tell us about the last couple of weeks, because you've had quite a busy one.
Yeah, fair bit of tree planting done, which is good. I think we're at about nearly a total of 40,000 trees, roughly, for this planting season. So we're coming to the end of the planting season in the next few weeks. But the team was out in Middlesbrough last week, planting with Ask and Bryan College at Stuart Park, and we had Bianca Robinson come down from CEO Sleep Out. So Bianca is coming on Green TV soon. She's got a few things to talk about in terms of doing a Sleep Out for Heroes. And we got Andy Preston down as well, who's the mayor of Middlesbrough. So that was good. We had 900 trees planted and obviously a lot of people involved. Some good guys from ex-forces guys came down from Department of Works and Pensions and also Catterick and got involved in what we were doing. And the day after, we were up in Skipton, North Yorkshire, planted 1,000 trees for the Yorkshire Wildlife, and we managed to get 5 or 6 Lance Corporals from 2 Signal Regiment in York come out and help us out for the day. So it was a really, really busy week, to be honest.
Yeah, it's really interesting. The mayor, he wanted to obviously get tuck in, didn't he? So he wouldn't leave before he'd planted a tree, but he had his best shoes on. So whereas we was all there in our wellies, and so that was quite funny. But the Yorkshire Wildlife Day was really nice. Stuck on a top of a hill again. It was quite cold, quite treacherous, very, very muddy. I've got a few pictures to post on social media that were quite funny from the day. But yeah, the Army lads were massive help. So you've been forming quite a lot of relationships with various communities, and do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, whilst we was up on the Yorkshire Moors planting, the guys were, that was with the Yorkshire Wildlife Trust. So that's been a really positive partnership. They were pleased with what we're doing. So that leads into us training the guys and looking to work with them more closely over the summer months, hopefully on dry stone walling, also getting the guys trained up on Japanese knotweed removal and knapsack spraying. So lots of different things. Now we're coming to the end of the planting season we're working on, and that means more partnerships with the Rivers Trust. And whilst we've been working in Yorkshire, we can't forget the team down in Cardiff. They were out working with the local council last week as well. Unfortunately, chopping some trees down, but they were taking out 800, 900 non-invasive species on the Brecon Beacons.
So that was necessary then. Necessity.
It was,
then, yeah.
And it just, it's forming those partnerships around the UK in the different locations. Middlesbrough was the first step into the northeast, and Darren Welsh was up there coordinating. But we had a good group of guys get involved from the northeast, and with Andy Preston's support, I think it bodes really well, not just for tree planting, but other stuff outside of that as well, which is beneficial from a mental health perspective, certainly for a lot of the veterans we've got involved.
Yeah, totally. I know Ross, he had a great time. I think he was laughing and joking. He's really coming out of his shell, and he's quite the character. In fact, I think tomorrow he's on radio BBC North, isn't he, with Kofi Smiles. So as a veteran that came to us a couple of weeks ago who really struggled with anxiety, didn't he? I mean, he's really coming out of his shell, and he's opening up. He's telling his story because he wants to help other veterans, and he's quite our little prodigy, I think. I
don't think Ross had a problem coming out of his shell. I think we've just given him the platform to do it. And again, what a great story. From when you listen to his story, from being homeless, an addict, and also coming out of prison, to where he is now, and that's with the Hull Veterans Support Centre, and we've just given him the platform to get outside and work. People are, taking to his story and quite endeared by what he's doing, and he's been a proper Trojan. He's really getting out there and getting stuck in, even when it's a horizontal hailstone and 60-mile-an-hour gusty winds on the Yorkshire Moors. So that's been a really positive story.
It's really hard work. It's not for the faint-hearted, as I've I've seen that as well. It's not as glamorous as you'll see from the social media when I'm posting the pictures out. But yeah, he is. He said to me, his words were, it's giving him a purpose. It's something he can create that's long-lasting. So planting the trees is very therapeutic. It's, you know, it is long-lasting, and he said it, and it's making his kids proud. So it's giving him a real driving force, which, you know, not just Ross, there's plenty on the team, isn't there? So yeah, it's a great work. So is there anything else you wanted to announce?
Well, yeah, there's a few things. I just want to close off on Ross. I mean, one of the things Ross said that was really important was that you mentioned it. He wanted to show his kids the work that he's done, and it was about leaving a legacy. And I thought that was amazing, you know, to have that thought process in his mind that he's doing something not only beneficial for himself but for the future generations and the environment. So that was fascinating.
Something to be proud of. He's proud. He was very proud of his work.
And that's great to see, and it's great that he's stepped up and doing that. Just to close off, because we don't want to take up too much more time, but a couple of things that we're working on at the moment. Hopefully we'll have Gary Stockton from Phoenix Heroes on the Green TV show in a few weeks. He's working with us on a Plant for Heroes project, which is another positive spin on what we've been doing. And I think we've also got to sort of look forward to the Yorkshire Wildlife Trust. I mean, and thankful for giving us the opportunity to do some work for them. And Susie Knight, the regional manager, just, you know, great testimony to the guys. She just said, wow, we had 1,000 wood stakes to move. She said that would have taken us all day. And not only did we get the stakes moved, we got all the trees planted and the tree protection done as well, about a mile away from the road. So she was really impressed with the work ethic of the guys. So that bodes well going into other work. Gary has made an introduction to the Institute of Fisheries and Management, who are responsible for a lot of the fishing locations around the UK. So we're starting to work with those guys on where we can plant trees. And then incidentally, the gentleman we're talking to is the chairman of, I think, the East Yorkshire Rivers Trust as well, where we can do some more work for them. He's actually from Hull. So, you know, it's all happening in East Yorkshire, actually, isn't it?
Right time, right place, right time is the saying, isn't it? So, you see.
Yeah. Well, I've sort of been saying that, you know, if you've played rugby and you're in the forces, there's no longer 6 degrees of separation, it's 2. And that's just proving right across the board, you know, not just in Yorkshire, but across the UK. So it's been really positive. So, busy work. The guys are out in Wales doing some work this week, and I know our tree surgery team are out in East Riding doing some work for a couple of different individuals in and around this area. So busy week as always.
Sounds productive. You're forming quite the green community. So all good work. So well done you. So right, we'll wrap that up. So I think 8 minutes. I think you've got the 2 most chatterbox people to do a live thing ever. So we'll cut it short. So yes, have a great week, everybody. Thanks for watching. Just before I go, just one more thing. We have another Green TV show tomorrow with a gentleman called Barry Humphries. Now, Barry Humphries is an ex-Apache helicopter pilot. So how exciting is that? So looking forward to chatting with him and finding out all the details. And it's it's quite show busy with it. I'm hoping he's going to arrive in his helicopter, but that might be a little bit ambitious. So on that note, have a great week, everybody. Thanks, Andy, for the update, and we'll see you all again next week.
See you later.
Bye for now. Bye-bye.